Hello, I'm Penny Megginson from the Megginson Method, and welcome to the Megginson Mind Training Series. I'm here to glow your mind each week with techniques to release anxiety and stress, to create better balance and happiness, as well as improve performance and focus. Today, we're going to talk about anxiety. I'm teaching you a mindfulness technique. It's a grounding technique that you can literally do anywhere. And what it does is uses your senses to bring you back into the present moment. So here's how it works. First, let's say you're starting to feel anxious, or sometimes anxiety will manifest as a mental block. You're doing something that has a deadline and you're feeling very stressed about it, and all of a sudden you can't move on, you can't finish. So sometimes that is how anxiety will show. It doesn't always have to feel like a panic attack. For some of you, you do actually experience panic attacks. So if you know that that's happening, what you do is you stop everything, look around, name 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you hear, 2 things that you smell, and 1 thing that you taste. So we're going to do this together. So I'm starting to feel a bit anxious. I'm going to stop what I do. I look around and I see a clock on the wall. I see a picture. I see flowers on a counter. I see my shoes. Next, I'm going to name 4 things that I feel. So I can feel the shirt on my body. I can also feel the watch I'm wearing on my wrist. I also feel the weight of me sitting on this chair. And I also feel my shoes, my feet in my shoes. Next, 3 things I can hear. So I can hear this faint buzzing sound coming from the printer in this room. I can also hear a dog barking way off in the distance, and I hear some traffic in the street. Next, you name 2 things that you can smell. So I can smell the flowers behind me, and I also smell the coffee in my mug sitting on this desk. And finally, 1 thing you can taste. And I can taste that coffee that I've just had a sip of just before joining you. So that's it. That's how it works. And I would then take a deep breath in and exhale. Now, if you still feel anxious or it hasn't yet worked, repeat it. So you repeat it, naming 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. Take a deep breath in, exhale, see how you feel, and do it again if you need to. So for those of you who really do struggle with anxiety and panic attacks, this is something you may have to repeat a few times before feeling that it helps to subside those feelings. So what it really does is uses those senses to bring you back into the room. It brings you into the present moment. For those students out there who are struggling with test anxiety and test stress, this works brilliantly. Now, the one thing I would say is you've got to practice this when you don't need it so that you get really good at it and it's just a simple technique that you know like the back of your hand. Then when you need it, you can do it simply without having to overthink it. So start practicing this. Let me know how it goes. Leave some comments. I'd love to hear about it. And for more techniques to glow your mind, follow me at Megginson Method on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I'll see you next time.